My name is Robert Christopher Wayne Weathers. I live at 3102 Center Hill Road, Edgar, Mississippi, 38841. I'm under attack. People are driving worms through me from a remote location. I can also hear their voices. They're very hostile, demeaning. They're torturing me and my family with worms and other techniques. They are premeditating my death. And this is what I know. This is Scientology doing this to me. There's more space in the universe than humans can see. There are extra dimensions and an inverse. There is an inverse to this universe. It's like inward expansion. They call it the dark side. We have biology in these extra dimensions, in this extra space. We utilize this biology to have an afterlife. We live on when we die. If you're in good health, it's a biology. It can be damaged, it can be sick. If you're healthy, you literally fly into outer space when you die. Scientology is the practice of utilizing this biology before you pass on. You literally remove it from yourself and you use techniques and technology to turn it into a vehicle that you can drive around. They use technology, neural technology, and other techniques to access the upper dimensions. So this technology also gives them the ability to create surrogates. It allows them to drive other organisms, not just their own biology. They can drive humans, animals, insects, worms, in all dimensions. It also gives them the ability to create a hive mind. They link everybody's minds together. You can feel each other's emotions, hear each other's inner thoughts. You can even they even stimulate their neurology, their brain tissue. I'm bad sick. I've been attacked with worms and torture devices. This technology also induces flow states within these people. It elevates their neurochemistry. They artificially stimulate their neural tissue, causing psychological issues like psychosis, delusions. It exacerbates things like jealousy, greed, pettiness, machoism. A large percentage of the people practicing Scientology have become criminal. They commit crimes like home invasion, stalking, identity theft, identity fraud, theft, weapons of mass destruction, assault with a deadly weapon, murder, mind control, invasion of privacy, torture. So they have a disposition against third dimensional humans. They consider themselves God. Our extra dimensional biologies come with special abilities. We have powerful eyesight. We have 11 dimensional eyes, big ol' eyes, that can see in any dimension down to the molecular level. They can see our biologies functioning. They can see our nervous system lighting up. They can see particles flowing through us, especially when we eat or when we breathe. In ancient times, this ability has been used to help humans develop, help us grow. The ancients literally put horns on our head. They turned us into Anunnaki. So modern humans are a descendant of this bloodline. We are Anunnaki. If you modify this biology, it can take on an alien form. This is what Scientology does. So there's 11 dimensions. You have an 11 dimensional biology. Every third dimension, they cleave it. so they get another biology. They want as many extra dimensional vehicles as they can get. So these biologies take on an alien form whenever they're cleaved. So whenever these biologies are removed from us and they fly into outer space, they achieve a different rate of expansion than we do here on Earth. They grow to immense proportion. They are literally godly to us. They fail at morality, so they're the devil. They are devils. They're not gods. Their employment or their jobs is literally to remove body parts from people. They are conditioned to do this. They practice Scientology on people or make surrogates out of organisms. They remove body parts from people constantly. That's all they do. Now they're high. They're twacked out because of their technology and their substance. So they do this constantly. I'm bad sick, torturing me. So I used to be an activist on Facebook, political activist, politics, environmental, religion. We debated these issues a lot. We persuaded policies and laws and elections. We became really good at this. I had a large following of people, or I did. Someone decided to practice Scientology on me. They installed a device. They wanted to read my mind. I'm also a creative and I write a lot of literature. I'm an author. They seen me doing this on Facebook and became intrigued. These people are addicted to people. They are human traffickers. They kidnap people. They make constituents. Big ones do. These Scientologists practice Scientology on people. They assimilate them into a hive mind. You're supposed to sit there and be quiet and do everything they say. I didn't take very well to that. Some of these people in the hive are hostile. You backtalk. So the government came and assimilated me. The government has created a hive mind. Humas, we are using government officials, the power of government to get this done. The hive mind is big. There's media personnel, marketing companies, tech companies, social media companies, internet companies, big businesses, politicians, government agencies, the FBI, the CIA, the military. They're all in this hive mind together. I'm sick. They're making me very sick. So they can see my biology functioning. They watch me write my comic books. I wrote Crazy Bird Comics. I wrote the Environmental Creation Agency. I wrote Divine Currency. They have watched me write my whole life for the last 13 years. They have made a lot of money doing it. A lot of rich people are invading my thoughts just to steal my thought processes, my thought patterns. They're attracted to it. They're making a lot of money off of it, keeping these phone services installed. I've argued with these people for 13 years. They finally got worms in me. Now it's turned into a torture. First, the worms were used. He's saying the worms were used as utility. These worms can be used as surgical tools. Yeah, I have specialized worms. I guess that was the first worms they gave me. Modified biology, especially brain tissue, to get your phone servers working. They actually give me particles, nanotech, and these worms assemble it. They help assemble it. Surrogate, thank you. I argued with them every night, yelled at them. They were they were creating a bad environment. They were hostile. They were hurting me, destroying my environment. They were doing this to my family, my friends, my community, the people around me, my coworkers. So I screamed at them a lot. Eventually, they gave me bad worms, bagworms, A worms, kingfishes. Sick. They had destroyed my nervous system. They see it functioning. They see it lighting up, especially my neural tissue. So my intellectual property saves the planet. That's what it's about. It's about correcting the environment, fixing the environment. I'm part Native American and part Caucasian. When Native Americans were environmentalists, they ensured that life flourished on this planet. They were stewards of their ecosystem. So it's within me. You can say it's in my blood to correct the environment. This is one big environment, and it's about money. So we go to the government. We have to correct the system in order to fix our environment. See, in this society, money is required to create our environments. If we don't have it or don't have enough of it, we can't create good environments. And life is a product of the environment which you find it in. So the environment has a bad effect on us. Diseased, stressed out, bad genetic expression. So we need to correct money. In order to do that, you have to utilize our government. So I propose a new government agency that creates a specific type of currency that helps the environment. So this government agency is the Environmental Creation Agency, or Environmental Control Agency. It is composed of cabinets that pertain to each aspect of our society or reality, like transportation, housing, medicine, agriculture, wildlife and game, communication, so on and so forth. And these cabinets are composed of the most highly intelligent and highly moral people we can produce. They have to be like 200 IQ. They have to be highly specialized in their field of study, and they have to be extremely moral. They can't make decisions that hurt life. They have to make decisions that help life. So these cabinets approve the spending of divine currency or buffalo dollars or life credits. And this currency can only be spent on approved products and services. And these products and services have to meet a standard. They have to meet specific requirements. They have to be mil spec, state of the art, the best we can possibly produce. Then when a transaction is made, this currency converts into normal currency, the type of currency we have now. And it can be spent on anything, like entertainment or exotic foods or personal transportation. Maybe you want more housing than what the government can provide. Or maybe you ain't gonna beat our phone service. That's what they say. See, in every human or every organism on Earth gets this currency, especially humans. Like humans are going to get a house, state of the art house, smart house, with a big computer screen in the wall with biometrics, so you communicate with our government and other people. Everybody gets a phone, state of the art phone. It's supposed to last you as long as it can last, the best we can possibly produce. Everybody gets the best medicine we can possibly afford, that we can create, so on and so forth. And the best food we can possibly produce. It has to be highly nutritious, full of vitamins and minerals, grown in an organic way, probably. They're giving me blood, make me smell different. Aliens. Smells like a food source to me. So they're probably eating me, but I'm eating it too. It gives me nutrition. I like it. It makes me feel what's it called, satiated. Makes me feel like I just ate something every time they give it to me. I don't like it. Put that on cracker duty. So they're playing a game called Angels and Demons, where some of them help me and some of them hurt me. We're gonna get this torture device out of you. You in there, lay down, and stuck something in the stomach. Like, it was stupid. Yeah, they watch me write my intellectual property, and a lot of people are interested in this. They have a vested interest in it. Actors, all the actors want movies and so on and so forth. The little Indian come to save the planet. NPR or MPB, they want rights to my comic books. So does the Navy. They're going to set me up to do it. I can't create a bad environment, says he did it. He did this to his family and his friends. My dad is a surrogate. They had a little seance here the other day. They was cutting nerves, mutilated my genitals through rocks. Yeah, and the extra mentions. Dad come out here and spitting on me. Surrogate. He's been so abusive my whole life, especially the last 13 years. Badly. Like a drill sergeant. Yells at me constantly for no reason. He has psychological issues. Whenever they weren't around or wouldn't affect us, I could help him. I've studied psychology, psychiatry. I can help him with the psychotherapy and the psychoanalysis. I did too, multiple times. Got him to calm down, produce a better thought pattern. And here they come sticking gear in his head, cracking it up. They do. They put gear in our heads in an attempt to control it. But here's the kicker: we are still connected to our biology once it's removed from us. There's an entanglement that happens. So if someone removes your biology, you have to experience everything it goes through. When you die, you wake up on this biology intact. So they like to treat some of us like as torture victims. Treat our biologies as voodoo dolls. They like to fill us full of worms and cut nerves and modify us. They have tried to utilize mine for surrogate purposes and transplant purposes. Some of these Scientologists have literally removed my brain pieces and transplanted it into themselves in an attempt to gain my intellect, my thought patterns, and they call it an aura. They can feel my emotions. We all have complex emotions, like we have a essence or an identity, or there's a certain feeling everybody has. Everybody feels different, especially when you stimulate your neurology. Every biology has a certain feel. And this Scientologist that claims himself God, he can interact with this, or he can sense this. He can feel it. He's all dolled up with gear and everything. He's abusing his powers of heaven for surrogate making. I don't know where it comes from or what it is. People can't stand to be in the presence of a blue blood. It smells. It's horrible. It's like that, but 10 times worse. That's what blue bloods smell like. None of guys. And then they can also see the future. Humans don't experience time properly. We don't experience time as it really is. We experience it as a linear event. We move through it like a straight line. But time is not really like this. We just can't perceive it. We don't have enough dimensions in our third. This biology doesn't have the proper sensory organs to see it like it properly is. They do exist in our upper dimensions. We don't get to do that until we die. We are not supposed to interact with it like that until we die. And you always know dead people are among us. Angels are among us if they're healthy, well programmed. So the past, the present, and the future all happen simultaneously. Like the beginning of the universe and the end of the universe happen at the same time. And it becomes an object. Everything that has ever happened and ever will happen is one static object. And you can see this from the upper dimensions, from the inverse side. Yes, it's a different together. It's hard to explain unless you can see it. I've never seen it properly. I have experienced it, but I've never got to look at it and examine it and do experiments in order to come to the proper conclusion for what it is. But I know it's there. Scientology that have lived on. Here's the thing: our third dimensional brains are more powerful than our dead person. We lose something. So we're supposed to be a whole organism. We're supposed to have 11 dimensions and an inverse all attached to us. One object. Our third dimensional brains are powerful. So Scientologists are using their third dimensional to take over heaven. They turn everybody into a surrogate. Everything is fodder to these people. They are rich people on earth in the third dimension, and they treat humans like commodities. Human trafficking and kidnapping is a big deal with these people. It's major. That's what they do. That's their business. And they practice Scientology on people and create surrogates. What they did to you and them and everybody else. I have a dog that's suffering to death right now. I don't know what to do to help her. I don't have the money to take her to a vet. She sleeps constantly. She gets up. He likes to put worms on our nervous system. He's our nerves functioning. He likes to put worms on and wrap them around and stimulate them. Disgusting. He's conditioned to body snatch. So he got the sensory biology lighting up and all he wanted. They're attracted to your little Denisovian ass. Little Native American having this. They want that on a human's body. My neurology, my nervous. They're trying to harvest the ability to create like I do. They've never seen anyone create a tool that saves you. And they exist. Scientists do it all the time. Y'all just don't get to see it. We talk about it, but no one's ever really created a tool. Yes, they have. If you go back in time, you can see all kinds of white papers where people have white papers and books and newspaper art or articles where people are trying to, where people are visionaries. They try to create a better future. It's usually utopic. It's usually some kind of socialism, like Marxism and so on and so forth. And there's been several others. Not many, but they exist. So I created the tool to save the universe. It corrects our environment. You don't realize every organism in the universe is a product of their environment. If you're in a bad environment, you're going to have bad qualities. You're going to have poor health, poor mental health, bad behavior, probably diseases, cancers, sickness, depression, anger, so on and so forth. And if you're in a good environment, you'll have good health, good behavior, good psychology, and a good outlook on life. These people are creating a bad environment. You can't body slam. There you go. Him. He's the one doing this to you. He's got a big one up in outer space. He's trying to control everybody. So they keep trying to create a narrative which says I'm a bad person. It gives them the right to do this to me. First of all, you have to obey the Constitution of the United States. If there is anything that happened, you have to go through the due process of the law. There's a system in which handles this aspect of our reality. It's called the Department of Justice or penal system. So if I did do anything wrong, I have to be addressed in a certain way. I have rights. You can't sit here and assault me over and over and over and over again. Police know that makes something bad happen. A normal person, without or anyone else to me, they run around doing crazy shit, hurting people and getting in all kinds of trouble, being subjected to torture, mutilation, hearing voices, being hostile. All they're saying, they're trying to use my thought patterns, something I did wrong. They try to make me have a self defense response. I know there's people in the government doing this, the military, the CIA, the FBI, and they subject me to them. I can see them. They show them to me in my mind, assaulting me. I literally sit here and watch a member of the Navy assault my babies and me at the same time. So I exhibit a self defense response. And in my mind, I'll create some kind of superhero scenario where I got an interdimensional crossbow. I shoot it at him, or boom, pull lightning out. Assaulting me. Stop. Oh, that hurt. Oh, stop. Stop. Oh, I got a worm on my nerves. Some of my lung nerves. Everybody has neurological technology that's interfaced with their brain, and it's all linked to a computer. Everybody's sensory perception organs being recorded. So everybody's up there creating a movie. It's a movie to them. They're trying to manufacture scenarios or manufacture footage. They're stupid. Bunch of dumb, low IQ people in the government and in big business running the universe. And they got up here and got bigger. Worms in my nose. Sure did that going down. He makes me defecate, makes me mess my pants sometimes, makes me pee, makes me throw up, makes me cough real bad. All I do is right, listen to this. It's about a better environment is coming. We're going to accept this ECA and go. We're going to practice it. This is the best thing I've ever seen. A government run by intelligence and morality. You have to have morality in there too because this is a powerful tool. Be used to control the environment completely. Watch the Navy get a hold of this. What they're going to do? Martial law. They're going to make everybody surrogates. And then they're going to eat most people. They're going to try to make them mess up. That's what combat professionals do. They put you in the high for a good reason, Chris. Some of these people are evil. They eat people. Then they send you write your comic books and they're like, whoa, we got to get in on this. So they stole your intellectual property. Now it's turned into a torture fest, surrogate making process. They're going to try to turn me into a surrogate before I die, a full blown surrogate. They have to remove some of my brain tissue so I no longer have control of my biology. Then they utilize their nanotech and their technologies to drive me around. What are you going to do with them? Run them over into a ditch? Make them come pass out in this water over here and kill them? This one's doing okay. She was sick, but she got better. My cocoa beans, my black dog, she's not doing so hot. They got her nerve just like they got mine, except I think they ripped hers out or something. They cut it or something. She's very sick. Lately, they've been pouring stuff on us that makes us burn. Put worms on your nerves, they can control biological function. That's not it. They put sensors on there too. They can put sensors on your nervous system, light you up, stimulate biological processes. They can stimulate your brain. Get into what marketing companies you already have in another video. So different institutions are using this technology for different reasons. If you're not practicing Scientology at the current moment, you're getting practiced on. Some marketing companies are using this technology to invade people's privacy, read our thoughts, try to stimulate our thought patterns in an attempt to sell us things, in an attempt to make money. Consumerism. Like you could be watching TV and when a commercial comes on about a hamburger or chili dogs, they can stimulate your neurons and it makes you hungry or it makes you want that. And then the government, especially the FBI, are using this technology for surveillance, illegal surveillance on people. It's highly invasive. They got to come up with an excuse. They're not coming up with an excuse. That's what we're saying. They're doing this to a large percentage of people because they're addicted to it. They have elevated neurochemistry. It creates addictive behavior. You can't have increased dopamine levels all the time, especially when it comes with serotonin. Oh, they think it's okay. We're good. We got elevated serotonin. That means our environment is correct. So you don't get elevated neurochemistry in nature naturally unless there's a reason for it. Like being in a good environment, it increases your serotonin levels. You feel it increases your sense of well-being. Nothing's going to eat me. I got a place to live, a place to get out of the elements, warm and cozy, a good food source, good water source. That increases our levels of serotonin. And when you achieve a goal, like producing this environment, you get a dopamine boost. By creating this shelter, it elevates your dopamine levels to achieve a goal. That's what happens naturally. Modern humans ain't very natural, but we do have natural behaviors, or we call them natural, like getting a new job. Say you get a pay raise at work, you get a dopamine boost. Yeah, it's a goal, or you achieve something that helps you survive. It's a survival mechanism in humans. Our neurochemistry. It is there for survival. They abuse this part of our brains. They're stupid. They don't even understand what's going on. They're delusional. They don't understand the science behind what's going on. That's all they do now because you just said it. So we can go back in time and fix this. They try. They screw everybody. They still don't understand, Chris. They have bad psychology. They are conditioned for surrogate making. That's all they do. They make surrogates out of people. All this good doctor guy in Obama's house, he wants one of everybody. He wants to create a little surrogate out of everybody's biology on Earth. Any person of interest, especially the actors, models, big business owners. If you're rich and famous, he wants one. He wants some of your biology. He wants to drive, and they sell these things on the black market to people, to other Scientologists. They did my biology. My biology went for a pretty penny. It was the most famous one. They said you had special abilities, and you do. Creating good psychology gives you good psychology. That's what you're experiencing. Yes, I have natural flow states, like writing comic books, writing my intellectual property. That's my that's my natural flow state. That's what I do. My hobbies. That's my employment. That's what I do for a living. I'm a tool maker. I do it for a living. I've made tools for a wide spectrum of companies. They're going to kill you. Please get away from me. They sit here and torture me. And other people try to help. So it's turned into the behaviors. The good people and the bad people will show up, and they know exactly what they're fixing to do. So they'll get their life saving equipment ready or get a worm ready. One person will cut me, and another person will use the worm as a band aid. Oh, and they get off on it. That's their fun time. That's their hobby. Torturing people, mutilation. If I knew Scientology would have existed, I never would have got on Facebook because that's where they see you. They see persons of interest. Now he's saying it's my fault. You're breaking the law. You're breaking the law. You can't speak to me in my own home, and you can't make me hallucinate. They're showing me himself. Oh, you did it now. I did something. Now they think it's my fault. How the hell is this his fault? You're breaking and entering, bro. Stealing biologies, mutilation, torture. They even destroy my food sources from the upper dimensions. They contaminate it with chemicals and parasites and my water supply. That's terrorism. I feel bad. My nervous system is wrecked. I don't feel good like I used to. I used to feel calm, okay, and then I'd have a good outlook on life. If I'm alone, in a good mood, in a good environment, I think about things I like to do, like fishing or hunting, or making tools or writing. I like to write in my mind a lot. I do that most. Write little stories or work on my comic books in my mind, just like I just did. And they get to experience. This is kidnapping. This is kidnapping. Oh, I'm sick. My nerves are frazzled. They hurt. They're burning a little. This is torture. They hid a lot of the evidence from the government. Say that we've seen everything, Chris, but they're not showing it to the public. They're gonna say he did this for this reason, this reason. It's all thought pattern. They come in here and abuse you constantly, torture you, get all riled up, get you thinking about now I got to fight back. I got to go after these people. Then they're going to use that against you. Say, well, look, he's a terrorist. No, y'all assaulted him and his family in his own home. Self defense is a right in America. And just thoughts. What am I doing out here? Blowing up, pulling lightning bolts out of the sky. He's not doing it. They're going to use that humus court of law. Third dimension, we're like, why are you putting shit in his head? You can't stick shit in people and expect them to act, especially talk to them. Jeff is a hostile motherfucker. Him and that other motherfucker. They hurt people constantly. It's their surrogate making practices. The guy that started all this, he assimilated me into the hive. He says he's government. He says he's CIA or Navy. He's part CIA and part military. That's what he calls himself. tobacco. It helps keep me calm. Helps me with my nerve pain. You know, when I'm in a bad environment, I usually don't feel like writing or producing anything. So now I need to. I have no idea what's going to happen if I do. Could be bad or it could be good. People come and get you. That's what they want to do, Chris. They want to torture you to death, create a little martyrdom story. They're the savior of the universe. Steal your intellectual property and steal your body parts. Send part of them to hell and make you experience it. No, they're going to get rich and save the planet. Say we want the worm droppers. We know it's third dimensional humans doing this. He's a third dimensional brain. You know, part of his computer chip. You can elevate your neurochemistry. That's what they're talking about. People are psychotic and delusional. They dwell on this story constantly. They won't leave. They get addictive tendencies. Dopamine makes you addicted to whatever you're doing. It says you can make a person addicted to anything if you control their neurochemistry. Doing stupid shit. I never would have made videos. My intellectual property never would have been public if it weren't for these people. I had to make. I've had to report crimes to the FBI, to the CIA, to the military, to local law enforcement, and I had to do something to ensure that the public seen what was going on. So I made videos and I posted my intellectual property online. Shit that I did on Facebook was cool. That's what got you in here. They want you in a hive while I'm sick. I'm missing neural tissue, nervous system. I'm experiencing blood loss. I've been to the hospital numerous times. They do something with these worms to make it not pick up. Either that or the people at the hospital are surgeons. They can see time. They can see the future. They see everyone that I'm ever going to interact with, and they can control their behavior. You get blood every time you go to that. They can see your decline. They can see the worms too. They just don't tell you. up. The hospital won't even. I don't know why. I keep going getting CAT scans and X-rays, and they don't see anything. They found organ damage. They give me pain medicine to send me home. And then if I complain about the voices, when the voices are get too bad, they put me in behavioral health. I go to mental institutions a lot. It's just an attempt to get out of this environment. I don't have any money. I don't have a vehicle. The times that I have took off walking, they assault me going down the road. They call themselves Preservision, Yumas, and the Lizard Company. Now they're victim shaming me, and it's my fault somehow. You're breaking the law. You're breaking the law. Get away from me. Get away from me. You're breaking the law. You don't know what reality is. They're so delusional, Chris. You want to do this over and over and over. You need to reduce your closeness. Kill a Native American for smoking a pipe. Get out of here. Get. Dog in my yard is probably a surrogate. They drive animals. They drop loads. That's how they spread parasites. They put worms on animals and insects and bring them into your environment. They envision an apocalypse. They can also drive viruses. They're responsible for the coronavirus, or at least they discussed it before it happened. I was there. I didn't think nothing about it. My mind was in other places. I was writing my intellectual property, talking about how bad modern humans' behavior has become. It's destroying the universe. They're like, oh, we'll kill them. We'll kill them. That's what happened. That's what they're doing. So they envision an apocalypse. They want to destroy modern humans. Says, well, can you blame us? They'll do it with worms and parasites and viruses. This can all be fixed with the ECA. Even if it doesn't, it needs to print currency. That's how we need to have some kind of environmental control in the right hands too. We're not, we're not giving this to our government. It's going to be for the people, the people's agency. Wrong people get a hold of it. That's why there is a morality requirement, an intelligence and a morality. They can't harm the people, harm life. See how stupid they are. Their minds are hooked in the device telling them what to think, how to behave. They don't have freedom like we do. They're sitting on earth smiling. We're going to get away with it. They keep rubbing it in my face since they can see the future. They are so or endowed or ordained, they can get away with this. Murder and torture and mutilation. That's what the combat professionals want. They want to destroy the society and create one of their own. It's not going to work. There's too many people. Too many people in the know. So we're going to fight back when this happens. We need to eat bad. It gets them out of the environment. You're a bad environmental variable. Your neurons are all screwed up. You think you can destroy life to have a good environment? That don't make sense. What is the people are oppressed. They don't know why. It's a complex issue. That's why we have radicalism in our government and politics right now, in our society. Liberals they got to the point where they're giving each other sex changes Boys think they're girls and the girls think they're boys and everyone's gay. And they harass people constantly. And so do the Republicans. And you got libertarians like me watching both sides. What the hell? Yelling at our government, yelling at the people that's doing this. See, big business and politicians, they swap personnel constantly. So big business, if they need something done in the government, send a they'll send a personnel over to the government to be a politician. And vice versa. Politicians will go back to big business. They do this constantly in order to get things done, and it oppresses the people. All they care about is money. They hold money above all else, above our health, above the health of the nation. They're the people controlling the system. It says we're giving them more. Smell it. It smells good. I don't know if it smells good. Real food helps. The blood used to help a lot back when I didn't need it. Now I think they got my biology messed up, my blood flow or something's messed up, or I can't go back properly. You will soon. Watch. They said they're going to help. Calm down. Sit. We have a little organism producing it, but I've seen it before. They showed it to me. Looks like a little elephant. Strange looking creature. An upper dimensional creature. It produces a mucus. It's highly nutritious. They can put it in your preservatives, your humidifier. Send it right into your blood supply. I don't know why I could smell it. If it's upper dimensional, I should be able to pick it up. And that's the secret. You need third dimensional preservatives. Neurons are hard. You need to go in there. You need to get in a good environment. They keep telling me to leave. If I had money, I would. They attacked me at my workplace bad. A couple months ago, I was making machining parts, making tools. They started ramming worms through my constantly. I ran outside, called the FBI, told them what was going on. And I got fired. Going to the doctor too many times. I could get my job back or sue them, but I won't. Because I have doctor's excuses for every time I've left. I missed work. It stressed them out. They think it's weird. We're not going through this. Dude, I had the cops there and everything, checking me out, filing police reports at my place of employment. Yes, I'm real. My name is Robert Christopher Wayne Weathers, aka Crazy Bird. I'm part native and part Caucasian, part European. I have a wide range of genetics: French, British, German, Scottish, Irish, and several other European genetics. Who knows what else? And I have several different Native American genetics. I never looked into it, but they're my ancestors. Close related. My grandpa, my grandmother. my mother, they all have a lot of genetic Native American genetics. Yes, my mother is Native, Plains Indian, Plains Indian tribe, and my father has southeastern Native American genetics. He knows from what all? They're doing this on national television. But then there, they're saying he's a bad person. He's sitting there making a video trying to save the world. Tell us what's going on. What's bullshit? They are they're responsible for it. We didn't know it at the time, but we do now. They can drop viruses and worms at the same time. Fuck them up. They're harvesting. They're trying. That's some of them. They're trying. That's what they do. Some of them body snatch. Some of them make surrogates. Some of them practice Scientology. Some of them drive worms. Combat professionals, mostly the military. The CIA, the FBI does too. We're not getting. So they want to make a living driving worms to people. Well, they're over here in the states. They're not overseas fighting terrorism. Which using a worm for a weapon, that's not. If you can see the future, maybe you can get some stuff done. But God, it's a weapon of mass destruction. It hurts them and everybody around them. And who knows what these worms will do if they get out to their environment? Kill other people, innocents. Oh, it's just a little worm thing. Mine is extensive. Using the worm, oh, they can do it. CIA is good at it. So is the FBI. They don't want you dead. They want you. It takes time, though. You can't take out a hostile target using a worm. You can if you see the future. Yeah, but what's the point? You can stop them from being hostile. Just saying. They're more like torture devices and surgical instruments. Oh, we could have killed you just like that. He knew he had worms. If he was going to kill him, I should start cutting on myself, digging into myself. See, here's one. They'd see that in the future and they'd stop it from happening or they'd kill me. It's all about psychological conditioning, whatever they're conditioned to do. These people are conditioned to drop worms to people. That's all they know. If they were doing something else, they'd want to do that for a living too. And yours is comic book having ass and tool making. That's all you want to do. And play your guitar and have fun in the world. That's all anybody wants to do. Do their jobs. Not only are they conditioned to do this, now they're elevating their neurochemistry. It's causing addictive tendencies, psychosis, and delusions. This is Scientology, folks. If you can access the upper dimensions, you gain special abilities. It's like magic. That's what the all seeing eye comes from. That is 11-dimensional sight. When you chop the top off of it, it equals a set of horns, a Nunnakai. We are a Nunnakai bloodlines. They can see everywhere all the time. Go anywhere in the world and see anything they want to see. And they can interact with our environments. They can see the future. They can drive surrogates. Threaten my family. All seeing eye have an ass. I told you and told you what I was going to do if you didn't stop. Tell the public. Share secrets. I reached the hour mark on this video. I got to make another one. They're gonna try to kill me. They're gonna assault me some more. They should change their behavior. And if our biologies are still attached to us, something happens, we get hurt, it grows back, or at least we get some scar tissue. When it's cleaved from us and it goes into outer space, that doesn't happen anymore. We don't get the same reaction or the same chemistry. If something happens to it, we're screwed.